Hello. I am the announcer from BFDI. I am here because unfortunately, the map we intended for Ivy to do Deathless had to be cancelled due to budget cuts. We realized we could just make our own cheap copy of it, so we did exactly that and gave the map to her so she could silver it. We hope you enjoy the showcase, and we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience.
Just continue the year I was born, and I didn't even get to try any. Maybe it was good. Maybe it tasted like ass. I'll never get to know now because you didn't buy enough.
That was terrible. It wasn't so much the drink itself, it was the little ball.
Drinks that existed before I did aside, Snapple in 2005 decided to release a brand of Snapple-flavored popsicles for the world to try, but it just didn't stop at that. They wanted this release of popsicles to be big, and to make sure they were remembered, they decided to break a world record by making the world's biggest popsicle. The people over in the Snapple laboratories created a 25-foot, 17-ton popsicle to tower over and make others feel inadequate about their own popsicles, and they decided to take this monster and show it to the world to advertise their new line of popsicles. The issue, though, is that they decided to take this popsicle and show it off in New York City, in the middle of June, in the summer heat. Elementary school science class taught us all that when ice gets hot, it melts. The scientists were able to craft this giant popsicle, but they never stopped to think taking this behemoth to the middle of New York City in the summer of 2005 was a very bad idea. But they did it anyway. When it finally got there and was held up by a crane, it almost immediately began to start melting. This giant popsicle started leaking gallons upon gallons of slush, and was turning the street into the river of slime from Ghostbusters 2. People started fleeing the scene. Apparently one lady had to be hospitalized after slipping on the slush. Some guys on bikes were thrown from them, and eventually the police, the fire department were called and just shut everything down. Just a moment of pure incompetence. It just baffles me. Did they really not have any precautions in place in case this happened? They couldn't have brought it in a giant freezer or something? Did they think the thing wasn't going to start melting the moment it got there? Well, it did. And they're probably never going to live it down. Really, this isn't an advertisement for Snapple popsicles, and more like an advertisement for global warming. Mercenaries 2. It's one of those hidden gems of the 7th generation. It got lost in the flood of hyper-violent gun shooting games that were everywhere during that period. In order to advertise it, EA decided the best thing to do was to give away something the average adult needed for free. If there's one thing that should be learned from this video, when it comes to offering something to the public for free, for the love of God, be careful. When people hear something is free, they will trample anyone who gets in their way. It doesn't even have to be free. Just good deals will make people go crazy. But in this case, EA went and decided to give away over 20,000 pounds of free gas to the people of London. And when you hear free gas, everyone is going to come running. But there was one big issue. They did keep true to their word. They did give tons of cars free gas. But the issue was, they only did this stunt at one gas station. One. Uno. Singular. I don't think EA was prepared for the onslaught coming when they mentioned free gas, because people started lining up for several miles. The people of London wanted that free gas. Hell, I bet the vast majority of the people doing this had no intention of buying Mercenaries 2, or even knew what the hell Mercenaries 2 even was. Word quickly spread throughout London about the free gas, and eventually everyone started piling up trying to get it, which ended up completely destroying the flow of traffic in the city. People were gridlocked for hours, school buses couldn't get kids to school, and hell, some cars while waiting in line for the free gas ended up running out of gas in the process. Ironic.
Do you think it's caused a bit of problems?
Of course it has.
You think?
I'll have an empty tank by the time I get there.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's some more.
Yeah, no, it's great. Free fuel. Choose a bit naughty, but hey-ho.
Few beeps. It's been alright though.
Sadly for EA, they never did end up giving out that 20,000 pounds worth of petrol, as they got to about half